that debut album comes out, when you guys were all sat in the recording studio listening to the playback for the first time, were you sort of looking at each other going, this is the real deal here? We've produced something that is going to be very big? Or were you still sort of like, well, we'll just see how it goes?
Well, it was all very new, you know. It was all very new to me. I mean, it was only like the second time I had been in a recording studio and recorded a record, and I didn't realize how good it was until years later, you know, when I started hearing people talking about it. I'm going, yeah, really? Yeah, was that influential, you know? And in the moment, no. It was just, you know, it was a little overwhelming. I'm sorry.
I liked your quote summing up Ronnie. It was probably time afterwards. You said he was a visionary with a great haircut. But it's true.
Yeah.
We saw, of course, the personnel changes in the band as well, and the production. Did he have issues dealing with fame and attention? Do you think, Ronnie?
Boy, I don't know. Ronnie was a complicated man, you know, a wonderful guy, but complicated, you know. He might have. I don't know. I mean, we never had those conversations.
Sammy was always very sure that they were going to be huge, going to be massive. You know, he said, I always thought, you know, we could have been the next Stones, the next Zeppelin. The music was way before its time.
Yeah, Bill thought we were the Beatles. You know, Bill thought we were going to be the Beatles, you know. But, yeah, I don't think we realized. Yeah, Sam always had the confidence. He's a confident guy, you know.
You look back at the great bands and the partnerships, albeit uneasy, sometimes on or off stage, but ultimately Jagger Richards, Tyler Perry, even Eddie Van Halen and David Lee Roth all realized the importance of having each other there on stage. But it didn't quite pan out like that in the end, did it, with Ronnie and Sam?
Yeah, no, there was tension pretty much early on, you know. You could see it building, you know. The two of them started to butt heads, and
he was getting the press, wasn't he? I mean, Sammy was getting big press attention. Certainly in Europe, if you look back now, you can see some of the old newspaper reports.
Yeah.
And I would imagine I would probably have felt the same if it was my band. Yeah, here's this guy I brought in who's getting a bit more attention than me.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that.
Sammy he does have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
As well. I mean, with all the fallout, you guys all still remain sort of semi-friendly, so that it seemed, because you all got back together numerous times over the years. But I did like Sammy talking about hey, you know, we'd had all this great press. He said, and we get to Paris, and he fires me when I'm sat in the back of the car. And not only that,
I was in the car.
So Sammy was sat in the back seat having eaten bad mussels in Brussels and was suffering from food poisoning. So is that a true story?
Yeah. I mean, I remember when Ronnie turned to him and said, so what are you going to do when we get back to the States? Sam said, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, you're going to start your own band or what? Because you're not in this one anymore, you know? It was quite a moment. Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
if he viewed that debut album as something of an albatross. You know what I mean? I mean, he said years later,
Yeah.
I've been talking about this album for 35 years and I'm tired of talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking about it. I've done so much else, and yet everybody only wants to talk about that one album.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Ronnie was a guy that was moving ahead all the time. I mean, you know, he was working towards something, and Montrose was the beginning of that. Well, Edgar Winter probably, you know, but I mean, he left Edgar. He left Edgar right in the middle of, you know, Edgar's huge popularity. To start his own band, and then once he got into his own band, he was always thinking ahead.